Mm, oops. Hey, okay, so I forgot to turn just a second. I, f- oh, I forgot to turn the movie on just because we have. I didn't mean to just do that. Did I just do that? Yeah, I did. Hold on. I'm gonna put TV on because I don't want people to hear me talking in here to myself. Mm, Anyway, um, hold on. I'm about to tell you why I'm making this video because that's upsetting me. Neo shots. Okay, so here's what bothers me. Um, okay, so like I feel like I've moved on in my life. I feel like Michael moved on in his life a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel so, but for some reason he is still coming up in conversation. So I just wanted to comment that uh how do I say this? Okay, so but he's still coming up like in the conversation. Like there is this one angel in particular, and I'm like, you know what? I've moved on in my life. He's moved on in his life. I'm still avoiding him like the plague. I still don't want to be seen by him. I don't want to hear from him. I don't want to think about him. I don't want him to know anything about me. Like basically, he was the culmination of every horrifying thing that ever happened to me in my life put into the body of one person. I mean, the shit he did. I mean, if I could go through and tell you that just the people off the top, I mean, I forget, I can't even keep track of all the bitches that he was fucking while we were allegedly together. And I know I take how whatever blame, whatever accountability, whatever responsibility I have, I'm glad to accept it. I don't care at all. Yeah, I should never have been that devoted. I should never have put that much energy. I should never have put that much thought. I should never ever have invested so much of my anything into him. Expectations. I should never, just nothing, never. I should never have given him the time of day basically. And I invest way more of my emotions and my thoughts and time in my life. I mean, I literally thought considered him my boyfriend. Granted, yeah, there wasn't a lot in real life. You know what I mean? There was minuscule, minimal, nothing, hardly. I mean, he came crash at my house. I guess I'm a hotel while the skateboard chick's husband goes to fucking work. Okay. I mean, yeah, I had a key to my place. I just, I'm taking responsibility for my mistake. I should never have given them the credibility. I wish I had never met him. I wish I had never gotten involved with him. And I am so fucking sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't think I could be more sorry. Okay. So I'm not, there's nothing to cash in on. Exactly. It was all derogatory from that. I mean, just like, I'm just sick. I could throw up. I mean, he was like the Indian chick that always say he was hot and heavy with the Indian chick. I mean, that homeless bitch that he kept bringing over to my house in the beginning, hot and heavy. I just like, he fucks everything and it's just like for the duration. I mean, I'm just things I haven't even talked about. I haven't even told you about that. How pissed off I am about that him Indian chick. I for never, never. There were so many other things that he did to talk about. I could never even get around to that. There's so much shit. I'm sure there's. I mean, I'm sure I probably only know 1% of what he did, and I'm still finding out shit long after the fact. I don't care who has him now. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. Okay, so in God's out, basically, okay, so it's been two and a half, what, two and a half weeks? Week and a half, 2.5, I don't even know. Well, no, 2.5 weeks since we saw each other, spoke, anything, and I'm kind of like, I don't think about him as much. But there's somebody who's talking about, same person talked to me about him, some girl that's fucking him. I don't know. I don't care. Like talking to me, like I guess I hate Lilith. It's no secret. I fucking hate Lilith. Okay, there's been a couple of Liliths that I've liked in spite of myself. I hate it too, but I have loved a Lilith. I mean, started with Lamb of God. My coworker Lamb, she was the first Lilith I think I loved, and there's been a handful of them since her that I've loved. you know, and I know that whenever I met Michael, he loved his chart, and now he loves Lilith, and I think they're great for each other. I mean, I think I wish there was a Lilith for every guy in existing creation. You know what I mean? I would wish Lilith on any man. You know, I think that they're perfect. Men and Lilith are perfect for each other. You know what I'm saying? So, and men love Lilith. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's complaining. So why am I getting dragged into this bullshit? I have no clue. I don't want a man. I'm not trying to find a man. I'm trying to stay out of fucking sight. I'm not in anybody's Kool-Aid. I'm not nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even on the market. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay the fuck out of, yeah, I'm dodging off that radar, dodging every fucking bullet possible. And it's just, I don't understand it. Why? It's still, my still comes up every now and then. And I'm not as worried because, you know, just I remember like the girl across the street versus me. It was just like a landslide her way. It was like I didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? And then I just like the nurse, he treated, you know, not this nurse, the Wales nurse. She got, you know, she gets treated like a human being. He duped out on me because I didn't give him my paycheck, but then she doesn't give his paycheck either, but she still gets treated like a human being. I mean, just the garbage. On and on and on and on and on. I mean, the fact that he left me and then for because I didn't give him my money, but you know, I just want to come. Do you know how much? Okay, I had money for maybe 3 months. I made good money as a nurse before things fell apart. But I'm going to tell you, I was broken, struggling for 9 months before that, and I've said it before. I never lifted up a finger to make any financial contribution. And you can say, well, he didn't have the money. Well, he was doing better than me at that time. So sorry that I couldn't help you when you fell on your ass. I didn't see it coming, but I'm also going to comment that you and everyone else like you in your neighborhood is in the same boat. Maybe it's, I mean, how did you guys get there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can play the braces card, but y'all live like shit. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, you may live like absolute garbage. So, yes, and I still think that, don't get me wrong, I still think that somebody somewhere should probably, some humanitarian effort should probably help you, regardless of how you live or how you got into that situation. Yeah, you probably still need help. And then it's for somebody else to worry about your fucking sins that got you into your predicament. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I haven't, you know, I think I stopped loving Michael long before I realized I didn't love him. And he never loved me a day in his fucking life. And sex ain't shit. You know, it's not people who are just, I mean, just, you can't even imagine how promiscuous they are. You cannot imagine how many sexual partners that they have. I mean, there's 365 days in a year to fuck someone new. But you have to remember, it's not like they're just fucking new people. It's like, I mean, you can imagine the exponentials. I think they've shown you that in sexual education, how fast when you are just when you are rampantly promiscuous, how fast, I mean, just exponentially, because you've got your new partner. I mean, I don't think there's really a limit on the number of new sex partners you can have in a day. And then I mean, it just keeps, you could still go back and fuck the same people again that you've already fucked. So, like, exponentially, you can't even, we're getting into the millions. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, of course, I didn't know. I mean, you know, here's the thing. I'm new to this like low level functioning shit. I remember, and it's kind of like, and I understand like it's poverty and shit and deficits. You know what I mean? It is like for the long term, you know, and I understand. So I remember when I went to move to Little Rock, and I've been around like some just black people for the first time. I just remember like they're low level functioning. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. This just you fuck everything that moves, crawls, and breathes. I mean, it's extremely low level functioning. You know what I'm saying? And but it's like it's not. It's like, it was like my introduction to first. It was like a shock. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now it's like a not so shocking. In fact, I don't even really notice it until I think about how they're living, how imbecile they are. Just crazy people with no morals. People just don't, you know, like, and I understand like with dating apps like Tinder and shit like that, like they hook up and the one night stands on like every weekend or every night of the week or whatever you decide to do, no big deal. But because sort of we put a mastermind behind that who realizes what's going on, that there's no limit. I mean, everybody's fucking everybody and nobody really gives two shits. And it's not a problem until you put somebody calculating behind it and like they become predators and they're the ones getting on, you know, fucking the most. The predators are fucking the most because it's like it's not just they're just not, it's not a game anymore. It's like this is like they have this rash and uncontrollable appetite for more, and it's just like it's not a problem until it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like, and it's just like it's almost like I went from the most perverted of the perverse, the most filthiest of minds. It's like honestly, it's like it was kind of like creepy because like hoodlums. I didn't know that was a thing. Terry knew it. My friend Terry knew it was a thing. She's like, he's a hoodlum. I'm like, yeah. And I guess I didn't know that it was I didn't know that was a thing, but yeah. But I guess there's a lot of them in every city. You know what I'm saying? And I had no clue. No, I'm new here. I don't know the shit. This is not where I came from. Okay, so but regardless, um, they I just it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because like I don't like I date. I'm minimal. I'm a super minimalistic. I mean, yeah, granted, I didn't marry the same person and stay with the same person my whole life, and you know, honestly, I see how it's benefiting some people, but I'm gonna tell you it's something that I'm good without. I'm gonna probably forgo it in this life. I have no desire, zero desire to have a significant other, and I think that was part of the plan. And I think hopefully they have taken it off. They're gonna try to set me up with somebody, and I pray to God they cross that off my list too, because I think that they realize you can't do it without my consent. You can force me, you can control me, you can rig shit, you can do so much, but yeah, at some point you're gonna need my consent, and I've not been consenting the whole time. So I feel like they've kind of laid off. And it's like Christian. I talked to Christian this morning because they put it like they brainwashed him. He thinks he wants a dad, and then like, oh look, Christian, like the only thing a dad's going to be to you at this point is going to be detrimental, because for one thing, if you had like I'm still me. You know what I mean? You can't. I mean, the shittiest mother I can find. You know what I'm saying? And that a shitty piece of shit's not going to make it's just not. So like, and I know that they think that because they've given me gutter fucking everything, that I'll just accept anything that it comes down the hatch, and it's just not like that. Like they failed to even bring. I mean, they're eligible men, but they failed to bring anything even remotely appealing. And so I think that they thought that was something that I thought they were going to be able to accomplish when they sent us here. So they got Christian thinking that he needs a dad, and I talked to him this morning because I knew. Because he asked me last night or the night before. He's like, "Mom, do you want if you had a husband or a dad or whatever, would you want him to love you or me better?" And it's like because basically, of course, he's 8 years old. He's not gonna. He thinks he just wants a daddy. You know what I'm saying? And I know that any dude will not do. Even I mean, give it your best shot. You're gonna fail. It's all you've done is fail. So yeah, you have horrible taste. So, and I know that in my life, my treacherous past, I'm not gonna get anything worthwhile. And I know that, and because I would never consider anybody with my past. I wouldn't think twice about it. Nobody, nothing has anything like my past. I won't go near my. I don't. I mean, you gotta think about this. I'm 40 years old. My vagina's fucked up. I mean, that's a reason in and of itself. Like, you couldn't send me someone when you're 20, and you're gonna try to send me someone when I'm 40. And I'm sorry, your time is expired. Your wasn't a priority then, and you're trying to make it a priority now, but you're really doing a bad job. Your work is substandard. The men you send me are substandard. There's no man that would love me that I would ever accept. I mean, just like I saw the work of your hands. The last fucking asshole that you sent me, and yeah, I'm still pissed off. I don't think you're off the fucking hook, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm just not taking anything. I'm not accepting anything else from you and the Department of Men, because like they try to say like these men are cute or desirable, and not they all make me want to vomit every fucking. It doesn't matter who he is. I don't care race. I don't care where. I don't care what he has. I don't care where he's been. I don't care his age. I mean, it's just like I probably will not date in this life, because I'm pissed the fuck off at them for the garbage men that they've brought me this far, and I'm pissed the fuck off that they have no respect for me. They keep trying to send me men when I don't want one, and really just boils down to they're just not desirable, and not even if they were, I don't want them. So that's my conclusion here, and You know, so kind of like sometimes things get better and then they get worse, and then they get better and then they get worse, and then I don't know what to say. But anyway, I just wanted to make this video because the same angel has been talking to me 2 days in a row about Michael, and I'm like, you can have him. I don't know. I never. I'm sorry that it happened. If I could, I didn't want it at the time. I didn't want it any day since. And if I could do anything, I would go back and make it. It didn't happen. So since I can't do that, I'm gonna still in my mind. It never happened. There's no. I can't even cash in. There's no value. I'm so far in the negative. Not only did he fuck everything that moves, crazy, and brawls, but he brought people enemies to these stupid bitches that he's fucking, and he's gonna tell them my business. And not only that, he's a spy for these enemies that I don't even know that he created for me. You're gonna come to me and you're gonna find out facts of my life to go tell these bitches that you're fucking, that you told them about me, and they're nosy as fuck. Obviously, nothing like me because I don't give a flying fuck about any of their stupid business. But he's like getting into details of my life, my child custody battle, my side drugs and stuff. Like, who are you telling them? Who are you telling about my medications? Who the fuck are you telling about my child custody? Some disgusting hoe that you're fucking? Are you kidding me? You're a nightmare. You're the worst thing I could have thought, dreamed, or imagined. You're horrific. I thought you were more like myself. I would never have had anything to do with you ever if I had known any of this. There's something wrong with your heart. There is something wrong with you. You date scum. Every bitch I've ever seen you fuck is fucking disgusting. I've never seen you date anything appealing in your life. They're all filth. They're all stupid. They're as stupid as you. You're all disgusting. You're despicable. And you're telling them my business. You're telling them about my meta-fucking-cation. You're telling them about my child custody battle. What the fuck is wrong with you? You sick psycho fuck. All of you.